I think Dvořák's Symphony No. 9, called The New World, is one of those pieces with which you can introduce someone to the world of symphonic classical music. First of all, it's in the top 10 list for everybody's best known and best loved pieces of classical music, and it's no wonder. All the melodies in each of the four movements are memorable and hummable. But also, since its premiere near Christmas in 1893, the Dvořák New World Symphony has become something of an icon of American classical music, period. Dvořák was living and working here in New York at a wonderful conservatory in the mid-1890s, and he was much influenced by the music of African American and Native American traditions. He actually had a couple of African American students, most notable a man by the name of Harry T. Burleigh, who went on to become a good composer himself and a wonderful arranger. Burleigh brought him to the music of African American spirituals and also the prototypical music that would become eventually jazz. Dvořák loved our music. Maybe you've had this happen to you before. So let's say you have a great idea and you tell a whole bunch of people about your great idea and nobody believes you. Only when someone else says, "Oh, Evans had a really, really good idea," and everybody says, "Oh yeah," and you keep saying, "I told you so all along." That's what Dvořák did for our classical music. When Dvořák wrote his New World Symphony, classical music in this country was really derivative. It sounded like sort of Brahms with an American accent. What Dvořák did was tell us that where we will find some of our greatest inspiration in writing music for the concert hall was in the traditions of the Native American populations and of the African American populations. And so it did. Dvořák's New World Symphony, although written by a Bohemian composer, has become one of the iconic symphonies of American classical music all over the world. What's interesting, by the way, is that in the slow movement, that beautiful melody we all know as Going Home, people think it was a spiritual that Dvořák put into the symphony. It's the other way around. Dvořák wrote this melody that sounds like it comes from the earth, and it was actually put to words by one of his African-American students many, many years later and turned into what we now think of as a spiritual. The Dvořák Symphony No. 9 has so many wonderful secrets, so many wonderful pieces of onion to unpeel, as it were. But most of all, bring someone who's never heard classical music before to the concerts this weekend, and I bet you they will be captivated by this symphony. Because whether you know a C major scale, or whether you know that this music is based on the pentatonic scale or any of the classical music terminology, what you will realize by the end of that symphony is that it goes from heart to heart. And with the Dvořák New World Symphony, he gave us a great gift that has helped us build a great classical music tradition in our country by recognizing its roots.